your horror movie podcast.
I mean, I've seen I think I saw Casino and Goodfeathers.
Did you enjoy those?
I like that movie.
It was long, but it was tough to sit through. But I probably all gangstered out after those two. But I mean, they were good.
Yeah, you like that new Thanksgiving mafia movie, Goodfeathers?
Goodfellas. I can't believe it's called Goodfellas. I definitely pissed off some people who are fans of Goodfellas, but I just definitely called it Goodfellas. Oh, guys, all right. So after the whole edible incident on Thanksgiving, which first of all, I'm never taking them again. But the next morning, I was still so tired because I couldn't. I mean, they were caffeinated edible, so I couldn't freaking sleep. So I ordered my coffee. I was like, "Hey, can I have a large iced black with a turkey shot?" Dude, the girl's like, "Excuse me, what?" I was like, "A turkey." I'm like, "A turbo." I'm like, "Oh my god!" Never again. That was.
If that doesn't scream, "I need coffee" fucking now, I don't know what does.
I was like, just gave me all the coffee. Like, oh my god.
Give me all the turkey.
Oh,
all right, Hack Stab Slash. Welcome back to the podcast and happy month of December. We're gonna kick off this wonderful Christmas themed month with Christmas horror, and we've got a Waterboy pick. It's Krampus 2015. And my quick little synopsis is: members of a dysfunctional family face the wrath of Krampus, an ancient demon from European folklore who punishes naughty children at Christmas time. We all know Waterboy's into that punishment type stuff. But Justin, you ever see this movie before?
Okay, yeah, so I saw it. I saw it when it first came out in theaters the night it came out because I was so excited. I hyped myself up so much and just declared it was going to be the best movie in the world. And
it
so
was no Thanksgiving.
And I was actually wicked disappointed after the first time I saw this movie. But it was also one of those movies, like sometimes you watch a movie and you're like, once is enough. For some weird reason, I was like, I don't know. Parts of it I still liked the first time, so I rewatched it and I ended up liking it more.
Waterboy, what made you want to pick this movie? Had you ever seen it before?
I did. I saw it when it came out. It, like Justin said, it really didn't hit a home run for me. I mean, although it is like a creature feature, during the Christmas time, which there aren't really many of those, I just like it for that fact. I just wish it would have given me a little bit more. I feel like I knew what it was trying to do, but it was lacking something in there.
I mean, I think both me and Justin both agree with that statement the first time we saw it. I have seen this movie many times. It's become a holiday favorite of mine. I'm not going to get too crazy into it. We'll do that in our end of movie discussions. Yeah. But yeah, the first time I seen this, I was not too impressed, but it felt like it left me wanting more. And it, like you guys said, it didn't hit a home run, but it definitely smashed a single, possibly a double, ready to steal third. But let's get into it. Let's have some fun, boys. Let's jingle all the way.
Let's do this. Let's go. I got my Christmas pit on right here. I got the Christmas shirt. I got the Christmas
boys.
hat.
The boys are in town. Let's go, Snowflakes.
Let's go. We go.
Waterboy repping the pod. What up?
Let's go. Woo, woo. All right. Happy December. So anyway, here we go. Krampus. We get it's beginning a look. It's the beginning. We're gonna start.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Thank you.
You're a mean one.
Yeah, so we get the holiday music playing in the background where we have a 3-minute opening scene, which was awesome Black Friday like shopping scene. It looks like, or just holidays. Doesn't have to be Black Friday. It just shows.
I'm pretty sure it's Black Friday. There's no way that wasn't Black Friday. Those dudes are throwing haymakers.
And it's one of the best Black Friday scenes I've ever seen in a horror movie prior to this weekend when I just saw Thanksgiving. But we're not talking about Thanksgiving right now. We're talking about Krampus.
Shout out Eli Roth.
Yeah, shout out Eli Roth for making this opening scene not as good now. Thanks, way to ruin that. But anyway, we have an awesome spending, crowds fighting each other, pulling gifts and everything. We get chaos. And then we see Tom and Sarah, the main characters, running in, sprinting into a Christmas recital. And the son, Max, is getting into a recital fight. So it's just all chaos. And then we see them a few days before Christmas. Family is all getting ready to host Christmas. We got the grandmother there. We get Tom and Sarah and Beth and Max coming in, getting upset why they had a fight.
It's okay. The Steelers lost.
Yeah, yeah. And poor Max, he's kind of at that awkward age. He's like losing his Christmas spirit. And he just is not feeling it as much this year. And we see Beth, the daughter, and she's at that another age too, where she just kind of wants to chill with her boyfriend. She's just like, they don't really seem too excited. We see that dad's already drinking, and they mention that the mom's already popping Xanax, all to get ready for this family. I mean, how bad could the family arriving be? You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying, dude, the drinking and popping Xanax sounds like a rap video.
Yeah, yeah, right,
Oh,
right. Oh my God, I'm gonna put that scene to a rap video and release it. Anyway,
oh,
so they arrive. We got Sarah's sister and her husband. We get Aunt Dorothy a surprise visit. We get like 4 different kids. They even brought the dog. I mean, they brought.
You don't
everyone.
got a cat, right? We're good.
Like, and this arrival scene, like, there's a lot of great quotes and everything. I can't even name it all because this
the whole house shaking.
It's ridiculous. Harold pulls up in his Hummer, who is Mr. Whammy from Anchorman, who's just absolutely awesome. And I mean, the aunt is she's been in the house 10 seconds. She's already drinking eggnog. And Howard is super obnoxious. This guy, you're already like, oh my God, like this guy is absolutely obnoxious. His kids are absolutely obnoxious. And then all of a sudden we have like the dinner scene, and that's not going too much better. Every single person is already complaining about the food. The turkey's too dry. Howard won't stop talking about guns. They try to stop him from talking about guns, but he doesn't want to stop. And we get the cousins. We see the cousins. They're not too nice to Max. They are actually grab his Christmas list and they are reading his Christmas list. And it was actually a really nice Christmas list, talking about how he wants like happiness for everyone and just things to be like the way they used to. They
like, dude, it was incredibly thoughtful. I wish like when my kids start writing Christmas lists,
right?
Like that's the shit I want to see. I don't want to see PS5, a quad, stuff like that, dude. That is very heartfelt.
This dude wished for his like parents to find each other and fall in love again. He wished stuff good for his sister, even for his like she stopped reading it when it got to what he was saying about the cousins. But even his like the aunt and uncle, he was like wishing.
Yeah, he was like I wish them not to have hard times anymore.
Right, like this. So it was like awesome. Like this kid Max is awesome, and it went terrible. They just mocked him, made fun of him. He says, "I hate everyone." A big fight breaks out. And we see Max up in his room a little later, and he is just absolutely upset, has to talk to his dad, trying to cheer him up. Max ends up ripping his Christmas list up, and he throws it outside. And as he throws it outside, we see a breeze pick up, and all of a sudden, a huge storm starts to roll in right as he does it. It looks like it's snowing and everything. So then cut to the next morning. We got the 24th. He wakes up, and there is no power. And I mean, we were talking about a giant storm. Everyone's freaking out. They look outside and they were really confused because there was a snowman randomly in their yard, and they're like looking around. They're like, I don't even know who could have built this. I mean, this is a full out
dude. The way blizzard. They like dismiss Max, he's so concerned over the snowstorm. He's like, who built it? Why is it there? And parents are like, yeah, that's great, sweetie, and then just like ignore him.
Right? There's literally, I mean, like
something's up.
Yeah, this isn't just like a minor snow, like, oh yeah, like cool, we got snow for Christmas. I mean, you can't see
it's
it.
Okay.
This is like
this is normal for Boston.
Yeah, like this is like a whiteout condition, and there's a random snowman just built in his yard. Like, oh yeah, someone must have built it down the street and everything. Doorbell rings. You're like, oh, okay, who's this? It's DHL. They're out delivering. DHL drops off a package. They go out there and get it, but there's also a huge like black sack. Hold on. There's a huge Christmas sack, and they sorry. I honestly I made it more awkward because I thought you guys were going to say something right away.
I was trying not to. Yeah, it's all right, dude. Just continue about the holy sack of Christmas.
The one time we don't say anything.
That I made it awkward because I was waiting. I'm like, they're not that mature. Oh my God, can you make that not be weird? Cut that whole.
Nope, I'm leaving this all in.
All right.
Perfect, dude. Just Justin being just Justin about sacks and stuff in sacks.
Anyway, I'll
cut that out.
DHL guy's like, thank you. DHL guy is like, I didn't bring the sack. So they're like, all right. So they bring everything in, put it in, and Beth all of a sudden she's like, oh, I want to go walk to my boyfriend's house. I mean, we got a crazy blizzard. Mom's like, I don't think she can go. Dad's like, yeah, whatever, she can go. So they let her daughter walk off to their boyfriend's house in the storm. And a couple minutes later, we actually get a really cool scene. We cut to seeing her walking. And it is like an absolute ghost town. And when I say there's icicles on these houses, I mean, there's 6-foot icicles reaching from the top all the way to the ground. The wind, it is so dark, and she hears something, like almost like a demonic laughing kind of thing. And as she's turning around, we see this thing, which is Krampus, just on a roof. She screams and she starts to run. This thing is jumping roof to roof. I
Fucking parkour, dude.
This is like one of my favorite scenes in the movie when you first just actually get some really cool atmospheric horror, some Christmas atmospheric horror, which I absolutely love. She is running for her life right now. She sees a DHL van, so she runs up to there and she goes to open the door, and the dude who's delivering packages, he is just frozen dead inside with like a scream look on his face. So
Thankfully, he's still on the clock though, so he's getting paid.
yeah, he's getting paid, but it's not working out too good for him.
No heat in those
So
trucks.
yeah, so she hides underneath this. And at this point, she's hearing stuff all around. The wind is whipping. And all of a sudden, we get a music box. She hears music and she turns around. Yeah. And she looks. And there's a music box going. And this creepy thing pops up. You see this little demonic thing. And all of a sudden, you just hear screaming. And the whole entire van is shaking. And we cut away. We go back home right now. So now it is dark out now. And Beth is still missing. They're freaking out. The dad's trying to calm everyone down, like, all right, this is fine. Everything's okay. She's going to be back. The mom's missing, but also Tom realizes, like, we got to go out and look for her. So he basically says, like, Howard, you think like your Hummer can go make it in this? And he's like, oh yeah, let's go. He's like, what are you thinking? Recon mission? Howard is all for it. And so they're getting ready. So they're going up there. And the whole time, if you notice the grandma, the grandmother is just acting a little weird. She's just kind of nervous. You see her hands are shaking. She's been acting a little strange ever since since this whole entire thing happened. We got some foreshadowing going on up there. So anyway, we go up there on the road now. We see Howard driving his Hummer with Tom, and you can barely even see this play. It is dark and crazy out there, and they see an abandoned plow, and they stop and like, oh, let's go see what's going on, and they go in there, and there is a hole in the roof, and this dude is missing. The door is wide open, and they're looking and like, oh, what the heck happened? They're like, wait, this came from like the outside, like something from the outside grabbed this guy in. And Howard's the guy, well, I got something. So of course Howard packed guns, and he's like, you packed guns on Christmas? He's like, yeah. So like, all right. So he pulls out all the guns. They get arms.
Dude's Hummer is fully James Bonded out with gun compartments.
Yeah, he's pushing buttons on the side, and the side gate is like opening with guns and everything. And they all get armed, and then I'm gonna let Sean take it over from here.
So my opening thoughts for this movie is I've got the opening credits it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Has got to be some of the best opening credits I've seen in modern day Christmas folklore. Like, I love it. I can't think of another holiday themed movie where it's this good other than the Black Friday we just saw the other day on Thanksgiving that fucking smashed it out of the park. But dude, everyone needs a grandmother like Omi. She's crushing the baking game. She's feeding everyone cookies. But you immediately get like a sense of dysfunction when the whole family shows up. The cousins, they shit talk. Dude, I don't know how you didn't touch this, Justin.
What do you got?
One of the cousins took a shit in the sister's bed. And the mom was like, oh, it's probably a dog. And she was like, no, it was a human shit. They shit in my bed.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Dude, the family portrait, when she's looking at him going like up the stairs and they're all beautiful, and then you see the creepy ass Santa just looking at the daughter's ass.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, the one-liners.
That's what I mean. I couldn't even run it down.
Good.
I was like, we'd be talking forever. That's why I was like,
yeah, dude, like Aunt Dorothy shows up and she's like, so where's the nog? I need to get merry.
Dude.
And then she comments on the house and she's like, it looks like Martha Stewart threw up in here. Bro, like these one-liners are hands down just the beginning.
I gotta say, like it is a little bit of a slow burn until things start getting real, but the comedic response, I mean, just the opening scenes and how this functional family are, like it pays on homage to like how things actually are in the real world. Like this, there's so many families that are like this, and just the kids
pretty on the outside,
assholes.
ugly on the inside.
Exactly. Everybody's got it, man. Honestly.
Yep.
And Waterboy, what's that fat kid's name from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Augustus Gloop.
All right, Waterboy, tell me the son, Howie Jr., is not Augustus from Charlie and the Chocolate. He's fucking drinking a 2-liter of Mountain Dew at the fucking dinner table because he's going to be the best O-lineman Ohio has ever seen.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
I'm all jacked up. And the just, I don't know if you would call it like a gap between the families, But the sister that shows up, Linda, brings hot dogs and mac and cheese for dinner. And then the other sister, Sarah, follows it up by serving creme brulee and fucking using a torch to like melt the sugar on top. How do you make that your course meal? How does that pair together? What kind of wine are you drinking with that?
Oh shit!
Right, hot dogs and creme brulee. Let's go. Sounds like a party.
Yeah, honestly, dude, I love creme brulee so much.
And then as parents, guys, would you ever let your fucking kid walk in a snowstorm for 4 blocks to go see their boyfriend?
Terrible decision.
Bro,
what was
this
that?
is a fucking suburbs. The 4 blocks could be 4 miles. Let's get real.
Egregious decision right there.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And then the last thing I do have down is I was like, this poor DHL guy is very believable because we barely have heat without supernatural interference in our trucks.
Right, seriously.
Fuck delivering on December.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that they installed high beams for both my things in my truck, so anytime I try to switch my lights on, it's both high beams. I just got people constantly flashing me when it's night.
That was like when I got my truck back, I had a high beam and a low beam on one side, and then the other side was the low beam and then the high beam. So no matter which way I did it, I was blinded someone. It was like a fucking strobe effect, just up, down, up, down.
Oh my God.
Blinded by the light.
Justin, are you about to tell me about this opening set of scenes and how you're convinced that this family is poor because they spent all their money on a military-grade Hummer with insane contraptions and clearly tens of thousands of dollars worth of weaponry?
And they can only afford hot dogs and mac and cheese after that.
Right? Well, hey, when you blow your budget on that stuff, I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Like concerts
But
too.
I don't know. The only thing I'll say with the opening scenes is I thought it was kind of a bit of a slow start and just kind of felt uneven at times. I think the movie definitely picks up and gets a little better, but I thought it was a little slow at first. It didn't really get me too excited. I was kind of like bored when the first a little bit, but I think it gets better. So
Feel you
yeah.
on the board part.
All right, so who's up?
I'm up. You
All right,
down?
let's get this moving. Yeah, let's get
All
this
right,
moving.
let's get it cranky because Linda and Sarah right now are bonding over some childhood ornaments that they thought had gotten thrown away, but she kept them. Max is sitting down now, and he hears something upstairs. And Sarah says, it's probably just squirrels. And then there's a massive ass thud that shakes the house. And Sarah says, see, it's just squirrels. And Aunt Dorothy responds sarcastically, yeah, it's definitely squirrels, and they're playing with their nuts. Tom and Howard are now still out in this storm, and they're investigating the boyfriend's house as they see a gingerbread man stabbed to the fridge with a carving knife. They see the chimneys just completely blown out, and Howard goes, probably a gas line blew up. That's definitely what happened here. They're all fine. They're gone. They're just that, how the gas line blew up. And Howard says he's been hunting game for a very long time as they see hoof prints. Tom then hears screaming outside, and the guys now sprint out into a snowstorm. Howard is then transported to Tremors 3, the winter solstice, where he's viciously attacked by Tremors through a snowstorm, and it drags him around and flails him around. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Tremors, but that's the feeling I got.
Goddamn graboids.
Yeah.
I actually wrote that down.
Tom, being the amazing Eagle Scout that he is, decides to grab a handgun, and he fires a few rounds into the snow, releasing Howard. They now get up and they make their way to the Hummer to get the fuck out of town, and they realize this Hummer's been completely trashed. It's blown up. It's garbage. Obviously, you can't drive it anyway. That thing ain't doing shit. This leaves Tom and Howard now to travel home on foot. Once they get home, they burst into the house and they tell everyone to board up your windows and lock your doors. And the family's starting to lose their mind. Howard's on a whole nother level of fucking, get me out of here. Monsters are coming. Monsters are coming. Tom tells him to shut the fuck up and keep
hold it together. Let's go.
Sarah then asks Dorothy to watch the kids while they try to patch up Howard. She goes, watch the kids. I don't like kids, even when I was a kid. She goes, I'm going to teach them how to drink. And clearly no one gives a fuck because Aunt Dorothy winds up watching the kids anyways. And she teaches them how to spike the, hot chocolate.
Yeah, she literally does it.
She goes, sugar, spice, makes everything nice. And she actually lets, I think it's Augustus Gloop, take a drink.
Yeah,
Did you guys know that this is a PG-13 movie? And they were more concerned about getting an R rating by letting Augustus Gloop take an alcoholic beverage. They were more concerned about that than anything else.
Oh, my God.
Omi then tells the family they have to keep the fire hot while Howard and Tom are trying to come up with a plan. And they think it's just a good idea. You know, let's stay put. Let's wait out a storm. Typically, that's a good idea, but not right now, dude. Your fucking daughter's out there. Go find her. Stop being a bitch. Put them Eagle Scout fucking things to use. Let's go. Sarah assures Sarah. I'm on a fucking roll, Justin. What are you doing to me? Pay attention. Eyes here. Let's go. Linda assures Sarah that Beth will be fine. She's tough, just like her mother. Howard and Tom bond as well, as Howard finally thanks him for saving him. And he says, you know, I'm sorry that I thought you were such a spineless dick all these years, because, you know, you saved my life. Thank you. Max is also concerned that Omi's been acting very different. Tom tells him that she's fine. She just gets like this around the holidays, especially Christmas. Howard offers to keep an eye out while everyone gets some rest because he's a shepherd and he's got to protect his flock. And then that shepherd immediately falls asleep, letting the fire burn out. We hear something going up on the roof, and we see a metal hook with a chain come down through the fireplace. Is a gingerbread man attached. And Augustus Gloop, being the gluttonous fuck that he is, decides to walk right up to the chimney, and he grabs the gingerbread man and takes a bite out of him. Starts eating them. No questions asked. No questions asked, just starts eating them. This gingerbread man wakes up and screams at him and just goes all Karate Kid on him and wraps him up in that chain and hook. Oh. And mayhem just fucking ensues as something tries to drag him up the chimney. I thought this scene right here, I thought Augustus Gloop should have been torn in half. I thought half of him should have went up the chimney and the other half should have came back down.
Nuts.
That doesn't happen, though, because the Christmas tree goes up in flames. The entire family loses their fucking mind. Augustus Gloop is now all the way up the chimney, and everyone else is left to ponder what just happened. And Howard, of course, blames himself, as he should. I mean, realistically, he's the one that let the fire go out.
Yeah.
And it's his kid that's gone. You're the only one to blame. No one else.
You had one job. You had one job, dude.
You had one job, and you fucked it up. Omi sits down, and she begins to talk to the family. Starts talking in English for the first time in this movie, and Aunt Dorothy immediately responds, English? Fucking knew it. Well, she doesn't say fucking, but she English, I knew it. Omi then transitions, and she starts telling them a tale from when she was a child. As she begins her narration, we see a very Tim Burton-esque montage of her as a child. She takes the last loaf of bread as a truck leaves her town. It causes a giant fight in the streets because there's no more food to go around. She talks about how the town and even her own family had given up on Christmas and all the love that came with it. In her anger, she wished for everyone to go away as she threw her childhood doll into the fire. That night, a blizzard rolls into town, and she gets her wish. Krampus came to play, and he punishes the entire town, taking everyone and everything. He left Omi as the sole survivor so she could tell his story of what happens when all hope is lost, when belief is forgotten, and the Christmas spirit dies. We go back, and after this touching story about Omi's childhood, Howard immediately doesn't believe her, calls this a twisted bedtime story, and the next thing he knows, this bitch is going to be yammering about some rabbit Easter bunny come springtime. He gets up, grabs the shoddy, and starts making his way to the door. The family begs him not to go. He opens the door anyways, and before he can go bursting outside, he's scared by some snowmen. Because we had one snowman, and now we've got several. And one of them looks exactly like Howie Jr., and then we hear some stuff going on behind him. It's almost like elves, if you will. We can hear some laughter, some shuffling in the snow, everything going on behind those snowmen. They freak out and they shut the door and go back inside. And immediately all agree with Omi and go, keep that fire hot. Turn that fire way the fuck up. And now we see the girls sitting around almost still in story time with Omi. And they ask her how they can survive. Should they be good for the rest of the night? Should they put out milk and cookies and do everything else right from here on out? And Omi says, it's not what you do, it's what you believe, and it's what you've given up. In here, as she points to her heart, Dorothy chimes in and gives the layman's terms. She says, we're fucked. I'm old enough to know when life comes at you with his pants down. Tom then asks Sarah what she saw when they took Howie. He needs to know what she saw up that chimney because she's just as freaked out, if not more freaked out than anyone else in the house. And if she believes the story that Omi told was true, They come up with a plan now as Linda is sorting through the charred Xmas gifts. She hears a Jack-in-the-Box starting to play music, and just before she can open it, she hears Sarah at the bottom of the stairs saying they have to talk. Talk to her and Howard. So she puts the box down. She goes downstairs. The parents decide they need to make a break and go for the plow truck. And once they can make their break for the mall, they can all regroup. The news station had said the mall was like a safe haven. So once they get there, they think they'll be fine. They think they can get away from everything. The charred gifts now start coming back to life. And we see Max keeping watch with binoculars. And he gets a jump scare when he sees Krampus for a split second in the snowstorm. The girls now go upstairs together because Aunt Dorothy clogged the shitter downstairs. Something sounds like Beth, and it calls to them from the attic. Stevie and Jordan now make their way upstairs. Maybe it's Waterboy with some high-quality H2O. The family hears a scream, and Linda asks Dorothy where her girls are, and Aunt Dorothy says, I don't know. They went to the bathroom. Linda says, so you let them? And she goes, was there another option? Yeah, there is another option, Aunt Dorothy. Let her shit on the bed.
Dude, when you gotta go, you gotta go.
When you gotta go, you gotta go. Gotta go right now. Justin, gotta go.
No, I'm actually good right now.
You good?
I'm good.
All right, you know what would go really good with this is if you went for a pee break on someone's bed.
Oh, that's just
it would just follow suit. You know what I mean? Fit in great with this family.
That's what R. Kelly did. See what happened there.
Nah, he did that from the closet. All right, Waterboy, what'd you think of this set of scenes?
It definitely picked it up a lot for me, and in these scenes here, getting a little look of all the creatures. Well, I love the comedy in this too. It's just so subtle. What's the aunt?
Yeah, Aunt Dorothy.
Fucking hilarious. Love her.
I agree. The comedy in this movie, it's funny without trying to be funny, even though it's trying to be funny. It's not like in your face funny.
It's exactly. A great. Well, they got a great. I mean, it's a really good cast. Like these people are awesome. Like characters. Like all the main people are really good actors, actresses. Yeah, I like them a lot.
Hands down. Yeah. We got I'm not even gonna think of their names right now, but we got the chick from Hereditary. We got the brother from Step Brothers. It's just it's an amazing cast. Aunt Dorothy from 2.5 Men, from Mr. Deeds. Like she's rest in peace.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I was wondering about that 2.5 Men. That's where I remember it from.
Yeah, but was it Berta or did I make that up? Is someone named Berta?
I think it's Berta.
Yeah, she was like the maid or something like that in there. Or
yeah,
but I love it, and it's about to get cranked up a little bit more.
Justin, get in the zone, but snap out of it.
Yeah, definitely picked up more.
Like
these middle scenes. I don't have much to add. I did like the Tremor scene a lot when the the thing looked like a graboid, because I mean Tremors is freaking awesome. So
do you need another turbo turkey?
No, I'm good. I'm dialed in. So I liked it. I thought the escalation was really good in this. Great cast. That's all I got for this middle scenes.
That's it? That's all you got?
Yeah.
For the middle scenes, bro, you gave us a loaf of bread. I'm giving us the meat of the sandwich. Waterboy's coming in to put some shit underneath it. And you're going to come in here and not put any ketchup on this bitch?
I mean, I feel like we covered a lot. I feel like we covered it really well.
I do love Omi's little story where it transitioned to like that. That was actually
that claymation was pretty sick.
Yeah.
All right, Waterboy, get in your fucking sled and slay us home.
All right. Hearing screams, Adam, Sarah, and Linda start heading upstairs to the attic, looking for Stevie and Jordan. Now, I hate Jack-in-the-Boxes, all right? So seeing this would be a big note for me. We get the clown Jack-in-the-Box swallowing Jordan whole like a damn snake. Adam tries shooting at it, but it just slithers away. Downstairs, Howard's getting nailed by a demonic gingerbread man. Transition back upstairs. We get the Hell's Angels, only this rendition as a doll with teeth, giving Sarah a wet willy with her tongue. Can't forget the evil teddy bear with teeth biting into Linda. There's a whole lot of nope going on upstairs. Howard lights the gingerbread man on fire, and then Rosie saves the day, snatching one up right before it comes at Howard. Linda goes Rambo mode on him, and they all head back downstairs.
Rambo mode?
Yeah.
I thought
sending
maybe Turbo Man.
yeah, sending Rosie after them upstairs. The big fat clown in a box falls to the ceiling, and shit starts popping off, but not before Aunt Dorothy pops that shoddy into all them toys right before she can pop that clown snake in a box. The elves crash through the window, taking Dorothy. Howard's sick of the fairy tale horse shit. He hitches a ride on the back of the clown, snake in a box.
Got my snake in a box, girl.
Gonna try to make
Step one, put your snake in that box.
Step two, gonna try to make a run for the snowplow. Omi stays behind awaiting Krampus so they can make the escape. Krampus emerges out of the fireplace, showing what that tongue can do, and then putting his sack in front of her and releasing, all the toys fading to black, knowing Omi is now gone. Back outside, some slither monsters that start taking the family, starting with Adam. Almost at the plow, they take Linda too. And then Sarah. Finally, Stevie's taken. Before Krampus pops down, dropping the bell in front of him with his letter folded around it as a reminder. Trekking through the snow, he stumbles upon a celebration party. Max calls them all assholes and everyone stops. Krampus turning around with a surprised look on his face. Like, what'd you just say?
Dude, they laugh at him.
Screaming, I take it back. And to give back his family and throws the bell at Krampus and it burns into the snow. And then all hell breaks loose, literally with the same fire hole that was in Indiana Jones' Temple of Doom. I was just waiting on Krampus to start saying Kali Ma.
Oh, terrifying, that scene. Oh.
Asked to take him instead. And with a small sense of compassion, you think it's legit. Nope. Everybody starts laughing and still throws him into the fucking pit. Then
Bastards.
Then picking Max up by the head with the screams of pain coming from the pit. He apologizes to him. And he's like, I don't care. Drops him in there too. But
no
wait,
fucks given.
Nope.
It was all a dream? Everything seems back to normal. A picture perfect.
Used to read about the Stewart magazines.
That was good.
It's a picture perfect Christmas morning. Aunt Dorothy hasn't been that hungover since the Pope died. The best part of waking up is whiskey in your cup. Present time, but as short-lived as Max opens up his present. He sees the bell, and everybody stops as if they remembered everything that had happened. With blank, frozen faces, we zoom out to see that they are inside of a snow globe. Or are they in a normal world, and it's just a way of seeing and keeping an eye on them? We get a nice glimpse of Krampus's lair with the toys, all jumping on screen to end to the credits.
The end.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom, boom. Let's go.
Let's go.
Krampus.
Krampusstein. Justin, you want to give your closing thoughts?
Yeah, I just want to go over those last scenes there. Thought the ending was awesome. Like that last 30 minutes, like with the demonic toys, all those toy attacks. Like, holy crap. I almost wish there was more of that. Like, loved it so much. Dude, the little gingerbread man attacking Howard in the kitchen were so friggin' funny. It just upstairs when they were getting attacked by, never mind that, like, that creepy clown Jack-in-the-Box thing was absolutely hideous looking.
Oh, my God.
So disgusting. And then when they're attacking that, they're like, bear, a teddy bear? Like, let's go. The stuff flying around. Oh, my God. Give me all of that. Absolutely love that. I wish there was actually even more of that. And then you got the elves. You got the elves jumping in. Like, it was hectic. There was a lot of shit going on, and I loved all of it. I thought that was so awesome. The ending confused the shit out of me the first few times I saw it. Like, so weird when he gets that little whatever you call it, that jingle bell and everything. But yeah, I thought the last 30 minutes of this was so awesome.
Dude, beautiful. Oh my gosh, the creature design was amazing, and I love the demonic toys aspect of this.
Great. Oh my God, those things are awesome. I want even more.
Did you guys notice that the Jack-in-the-Box looked like a mix between Pennywise and the Predator if they had a baby?
It did do the Predator, like the mouth, like when the thing opened and swallowed him. 100%.
That's the first thing I thought about was the Predator.
Yeah,
I got. I love these gingerbread men. The CGI did not age well, but the way they're shooting the nail gun at Howie, the way the tree topper and the teddy bear from hell come back from life, aka Chickadee. Yeah, Chickadee.
What?
Tiffany from Chucky as a possessed demon doll, and Teddy Ruxpin from the Ted movie were like crazy zombies. That's the vibe I got. I was like, it's so wild how, like, I don't know if you guys remember during the set of scenes when Howard is walking around trying to hunt this thing. He's trying to get his dog to be like an attack dog and go get it. And instead it just takes off in the other direction. He's like, fucking useless dog.
Oh, yeah.
But when he's battling the gingerbread men and he finally caves in and just like, curls up in fright and is like ready to accept his fate before the gingerbread men can kill him, the dog comes out of nowhere and just takes it and starts eating it.
So awesome.
Bumps right into it.
Oh, those scenes, my God, they were so freaking good.
I was like,
so good.
Dude, Linda in the attic shows that she's the real MVP when she's up there swinging her bat like an axe in Ken Griffey Jr.'s hands.
Oh, she was like, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
just goes absolutely him. And then, like, we did talk about like the subtle comedy that's there, but it's not in your face comedy. When they finally get in the plow truck and everything is just going nuts, like the family's starting to drop like flies, and you see Max trying to start the truck, and he goes, "I don't know how to drive stick. We have a hybrid." The whole end thing, where it was like just a nightmare, was beautiful.
Like I said, I do like this movie. It is a little bit of a slow burn. It is a really good Christmas movie. Just, if it's on, I'm definitely watching it. Because there isn't many creature features like this around Christmas time. And I'm gonna give this a 7.6 out of 10. I just wish there was more. I mean, the last 30 minutes is awesome, but I definitely wish there was more to this. It could have been a lot better.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Did you guys know Michael Dougherty wrote this? The same guy from Trick or Treat?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I didn't know that until we started this podcast.
I know. I was shocked the other day when you said that. You're like, I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm like, yeah.
All right, Justin, what closing thoughts, rating?
So my closing thoughts are, I did think it was a little slow to start. I just thought felt a little uneven at time with going from like some really excited stuff to then slowing down. But overall, still, I mean, it's such a fun. It still is fun, and I definitely liked it. Like when I rewatched it, I've seen this movie a handful of times now, and I definitely do like it more now. I give it overall a 7.2 out of 10. But it's a fun movie, and I mean, it's kind of like Waterboy said. Like, if I'm just doing nothing and I'm flipping through the channels and this thing's on around Christmas time, I'm not changing. 100% still watching it. It's definitely fun. I almost wish it was more of like the crazy demonic toys and some more stuff like that, because that was just so awesome. But yeah, no, fun movie. Awesome Christmas watch. Definitely recommend it. 7.2. I wanted to like it more. I wanted to say one more thing. I did wish it was. I wanted to like it even more. I really did. But yeah, sorry. Just all right, yeah,
so I listened to a few podcasts before we did this, and it's one extreme or the other. People either fucking hated this movie or they absolutely love it. There was like no in between. But I feel like the more people watch this, they're gonna grow on you. When I first saw this movie, I hated it. And then I gave it a second chance and I liked it a little more. And every time after that I've watched it, I've liked it a little more each time. I do love that there's two ways to see the ending of this movie. The first one is that Krampus has put them in a snow globe and they're stuck in a never-ending Groundhog type scenario where they just repeat the day over and over and over again. And the other one is the snow globe is simply Krampus's way of keeping an eye on the family. This one makes a lot more sense and is, I think, verified in the comic that goes along with this movie. This one, it kind of gives me like very Christmassy Home Alone vibes in the beginning, and then it goes into sheer terror. And when it brings up the snow globe thing, it's very believable in that second aspect for me, because I don't know if you guys have seen like the Santa Claus movies on Disney, but they emphasize that the snow globes is how he checks up on everyone. Like he holds up the snow globe, he can see into it, and he can check on everyone. That's how he sees everyone everywhere all the time. This has become like a staple in my holiday rotation, and I'm a lot higher on it than you guys are. I gave it an 8.3 out of 10 because it's an easy, fun watch. I love the way Krampus is presented. We never see his face. Did you guys know that's a wooden mask that he's wearing over his face? That wooden mask is supposed to resemble Santa Claus.
Yeah, that mask is creepy as shit.
Yeah, it's creepy. I like
Yeah.
his design. I thought the design was pretty cool.
I thought, yeah, the design was very, very nice, and the way
He
it
does need a
shows,
chiropractor.
yeah, the way it shows that like he's huge,
He
he's
does.
clunky, he might not move that fast, is immediately thrown out when you see that motherfucker leaping house to house like nothing.
That was my favorite scene. And I do, like you
Yeah,
said, how the ending, how it's kind of like you're trying to figure out, like, wait, like what's going on? Like, and when I watched it too, I thought the same thing. I thought that is like he's kind of watching over them, making
yeah.
sure they don't lose the Christmas spirit again and something crazy happen again.
All right, you guys got some fun facts?
I do. Hold on. I want to do my Michael Myers. Yeah, I do. Halloween tie-in. This one was way harder than I even expected. And I only heard this from Michael Dougherty himself talking that in the overhead of the town and when it's snowy, the Michael Myers, one of the houses they designed to be the Myers house. I don't know if you guys read in like there's a bunch of different houses. Did you guys read how there's a few their neighbor's house is oh my god, the Amityville
I have,
house?
yeah, I have it in fun facts.
Yeah, this doesn't even like the IMDb thing doesn't even say this about the Michael Myers. I only know this because I saw an interview with him and he was saying how he hid the Amityville house in there. His own personal house is in the snow globe. There was one other, maybe
The
Psycho's house, Psycho
Psycho
house,
house.
and Michael Myers' house. So there we go. Halloween tie-in. And a fun fact was a Christmas Carol was playing in the kitchen of the movie. We had a movie inside a movie. It was a Christmas Carol, which was also a huge influence, which you can tell for this movie. What else do I got here? The snowstorm. Oh, never mind. That's a delete. All right, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got. Kinda. Go ahead.
All right, Waterboy.
All right, I got probably like two or three.
All right.
So this one. Michael Dougherty was okay with this being PG-13. But he says that Trick or Treat 2 will
Will
return
be
with being
rated R as hell. I saw that.
a hard
A
R.
hard R.
Hard R.
And the snow that they used on the ground was from material that they used for diapers. Really, really random. And two of the gingerbread men were voiced by Seth Green and Justin Roiland.
Who's Justin Roiland?
The
Or
creators of
Roiland,
like
yeah.
Robot Chicken and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
cool. Nice.
You like those?
I don't know
You
what
like
Robot
those?
Chicken.
You like those?
Like them. Good job.
You like that, bro?
Good job. Good job. Love
Thank you.
it.
Thank you very
All
much.
right. I took down a few that I thought were pretty good. I've got the film was supposed to originally be released on November 25th, which is Black Friday, but they pushed it back to December 4th to coincide with Krampus. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's a traditional Austrian festival held on December 5th, my birthday. Let's go. That creates the Krampus is coming to town and they run around and punish naughty children.
Yo, y'all ready to go to Krampus, bro?
I was gonna say what?
Krampus. They made a point of having the film's first act be strictly a Christmas movie before having it turn towards horror and dark fantasy. Justin, this would explain why when you did your opening scenes, you felt like it was very slow and not very horror adjacent.
And I read that too. So it's the thing I do. That's why I said I felt like uneven at time, and I get what he wanted to do, which is a wicked cool concept. I just think it didn't land as great, but I mean, I do get what he's saying, and I did read that too, and I did explain that too, because like the first 30 minutes, I was just like, okay, I'm just talking about a Christmas movie here.
All right, so this next fun fact that I have, I feel like Justin can relate to it and would do something like this, but it's completely OCD, unnecessary, and probably a giant waste of money. The visible breath in the cold exteriors was done digitally, but a major component of it involved filming real people inside of a freezer reading the dialogue for the scenes. Their breath was then isolated and added optically into the shots.
Let's go.
Tell me that's not just wild.
Right? All right, we're gonna go in the freezer, guys.
That seems counterproductive. Dude.
Let's just go in the freezer and yeah, that's interesting. I did.
And then we've got the composer Douglas Pipes described his music for this film as a collection of twisted Christmas carols with pagan thrown in. He incorporated the sounds of chains, bells, bones, and animal skin drums into the score and had choirs chant and whisper in different tongues. That's creepy as shit. I like the fact that he used animal skins instead of just regular drums. Like he went all out themed.
That's pretty badass.
I thought it was pretty badass.
That's cool.
Did you guys know Stevie and Beth, the cousins in the movie, in real life are actual sisters?
Huh,
That's crazy.
They're Lolo and Stefania Owen. I don't know if I'm saying those names right.
Badass.
But
love it.
Yeah, I'm understandably, though, the controversy that surrounded another Christmas horror movie like Silent Night, Deadly Night in 1984, Black Christmas of 74, and now Krampus 2015. It was a very hard story to sell, and it wasn't until Legendary Pictures agreed that if it was a PG-13 rating, that they would greenlight the movie. So it was almost originally supposed to be an R, but like Waterboy had said, Doherty was okay with it being PG-13. And I think he does a very good job of making it a scary fucking PG-13.
Yeah, dude, that freaking Jack in the Box.
I mean, understandably, it feels like the guidelines nowadays, you limit the F-bombs to 1. I think they got away with 2 in this movie. You don't show blood, and you just don't show any boobs. No titties. Yep. This movie gets a 3 out of 5 for no titties. Did you guys know Omi means grandma in German or Austrian?
Nice.
And she's the only person in this entire movie to refer to Krampus by name. In a cutscene, the fathers hear a blizzard warning in central Ohio that reveals Franklin County, Delaware County, Ramona Falls, and Warren Valley. Warren Valley is the fictional town from Michael Dougherty's Trick or Treat. That's pretty badass. So he's got his own little universe starting to create.
I wish they kept it in. Like I hate talking about deleted scenes because I'm like, all right, it's deleted. It didn't even happen. Like it's not even like it's stupid. Don't delete it. But I did like. And did you see the other deleted scene that they tie into it too?
No. No.
I don't know if it's in the fun facts or not. I actually looked it up and watched it on YouTube. There's 2 mentions, like they were all going to keep this in the same universe. So there's that what Sean had. That's why I said kind of I did write it, but I'm like Sean's probably going to say it. I let you have that one. There's another deleted scene, where Max is like, "Oh, you guys want some candy?" And he has a candy box. Yeah, and he shares it, and I saw it on YouTube, and he's with the cut, and it says like Sam something. It says Sam's freaking name on the side of the box, and it's like the lollipop that he used. And
that's badass.
And I'm like, oh, why did you cut that?
Why wouldn't they keep that in?
It's a 3-second scene. Like it's not even a big deal. He literally just shares. Like he's just like, hey, you want to like, and he shares.
I shit you not. I was just going like looking back in my fun facts because I make a checklist, and the next one on my checklist is that whole scene.
Yeah, like, and I was like, when I read that, I'm like, wait, that's not real.
Why wouldn't you leave that shit in there?
That's the thing. I typed it in to see if it's out there, and it's on YouTube, but it's like 4 seconds long. So it's just like that wouldn't have like
nothing. Like
it would have taken nothing. It wouldn't have been out of place or anything. It's a 2-second thing where he just shares it. So they cut it, and I was like, damn it! Like I would have. Oh, that would have been so cool if it was like they actually kept that stuff in to make it in the same universe.
Dude, because the fun fact, like you said, it literally says Max shares candy from his Halloween stash to comfort his cousins. Inside, you can see an identical lollipop to the weapon used by the demonic child Sam from Michael Dougherty's Trick or Treat.
Yeah.
And like, leave that in there, dude. That is so cool.
It even said something like Sam something on the side. Like when I saw it, I'm like, oh.
So I got a couple more. At the beginning of the film, the TV in the kitchen is showing a news broadcast with the scroll saying Season's Greetings. This is another tie-in to Trick or Treat. In Max's room, you can spot toys of Gypsy Danger and Leatherback from another Legendary Pictures film, Pacific Rim, and you can see posters from the shows Rick and Morty and Robot Chicken. Max's advent calendar is seen in Omi's animated flashback. The real one was scanned and recreated for the segment. Krampus's face is hidden underneath a Santa Claus-like mask and is never fully revealed to the audience, and that's by choice from the filmmakers, allowing viewers to use their own mind and their own conclusions on what he might look like. His eyes and mouth are the only visible traces that you can see through the mask. The gingerbread cookie that is lowered down the chimney and is attached to the hook is called Meat Hook. I can't say it in Icelandic. It looks like it's Kitrokor. I'm probably butchering that, but that's his name in Icelandic, and he's one of Iceland's 13 Yule lads who carries a meat hook, which he lowers down chimneys in order to steal meat smoking over the fire for Christmas. He visits only on December 23rd, the same night that Howie is taken by the gingerbread trap. Max receives, it's called the bell we were talking about, Justin.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Gruß von Krampus. It's engraved in the side, which means greetings from Krampus. So he gives out like little souvenir rewards, like you survived Krampus.
Yeah, exactly. Here you go.
And that's all I got, guys. I know that was a list. I know Justin's spinning in his chair, which means it's time to get the fuck out of here.
Nope, my bad.
Did you check it twice, Sean?
Only if you're naughty and nice, bro. What's in that sack? How we doing?
I had a vasectomy.
He's choking. You can't choke after I mention the word sack.
That's bad.
Don't even try again. Don't.
Let's just hear those sleigh bells ringing.
Don't talk with your mouth.
Especially about sex.
That was awkward timing too, because I got creatine in the bottom of my cup, so it was like it didn't mix that well. So it was all like, never mind. Just anyway.
Oh, you had a big clump.
Just all right.
So what are we doing next week, guys? You guys ready for next week?
Ready.
I'm ready for next week. I've been singing along all week. Next week, we're doing my pick, and I'm putting these motherfuckers through a zombie musical Christmas-based horror film. We're going to watch Enter in the Apocalypse, guys. It is free right now on Shudder with the subscription. Which means it's not free because you need to pay for the subscription. That
wait a minute. I was just going to say, wait, so wait. Can we rent it somewhere?
Yeah, you can rent it on like Amazon and all that stuff.
All right, cool.
Justin look at that smile. He's so excited.
Right?
He's already
I swear to God, you're going to love this movie. Do you like Shaun of the Dead?
It's one of the best zombie horror comedies in history.
All right, because this movie is heavily influenced off of Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is like 10 out of 10.
All right, you're gonna like this movie. I'm telling you, there's gonna come a scene, but you're like, this is Shaun of the Dead.
No, I will watch it with an open mind. I just don't like when movies sing to me. I just don't like musicals.
I know you guys don't like musicals, so don't hyper focus on the fucking music scenes. Just enjoy the actual movie.
Yeah, no, for the pod, man, I take this serious. I'm gonna watch it open minded. I'm gonna be ready.
Sound of Music meets zombies.
Yeah, yeah, dude. It's Glee. It's Glee with murder. All right, let's get out of here, guys.
All right.
Thank you for joining us. #/ follow us on YouTube, X, Facebook, Apple Podcast, anywhere. Drop a review, drop a 5-star, drop a 1-star. I don't really give a fuck.
Do what you want.
We have a lot of fun joining.
Yeah, do whatever you want.
Every Sundays dropping this shit. I hope you guys all have a great holiday and you join us right up until Christmas. Next week, like I said, Entering the Apocalypse. Let's fucking go. I'm Hacky. That's Stabby.
Just Justin.
We out. Adios.
Peace.
Ring some jingle bells.